Hey guys, how you doing? So I promised more videos and I will deliver. They may not be the most polished that you've ever seen, but I really want this to be kind of responsive to the issues that I'm seeing coming up with LinkedIn hard mode. And that way I can just refer people to some of these videos. Maybe I'll make a cute little thumbnail for it. But right now I just kind of want to do it off the cuff. And I got a good question today, first day of LinkedIn hard mode. The question is from a new connection of mine, Finez Arif. And Finez, I really hope I'm saying your name properly. I didn't bother to ask, or just was answering the question and went straight to video. So she asks how to ask questions to each person commenting on my post in more than 8 words. So this is one of the requirements of LinkedIn hard mode, and I just want to explain some of the rationale behind it. So first of all, let's bottom line up front. You do not have to shoehorn a question into literally every response you make on your posts. Most of the people that start out with LinkedIn hard mode, they're struggling a little bit to get engagement. They might only get 3 or 4 comments on a post, maybe not even that. So I really want to get them into the habit of asking questions to try and spur ongoing conversation. I plan to do a longer video that really goes into kind of the steps of how a post succeeds or fails on LinkedIn, what exactly it is that gets engagement and gets further distribution. But the important thing about that rule is a lot of the LinkedIn algorithm will reward a post and give it further distribution based on the comments that come in under the post, but not just the comments, because obviously you see plenty of posts where they say agree 100, concur, interested, all this garbage. It doesn't actually increase the distribution of the post all that much. What does increase the distribution of the post is conversations that occur. So when you think about like what's a conversation starter and what's a conversation ender, you make a post, your friend comes in and gives you some sort of intelligent comment talking about what you talked about. If you immediately retort just with, well, here's what I think about it, that's a conversation ender. What can you do to prolong that conversation, get some back and forth going, possibly pull other people in? Well, you can ask questions. It's like we talked about the other day. Seek first to understand before you seek to be understood. The most important thing you can do on your post is to get other people talking. Well, the best way to get them talking is to ask them questions and talk about what they want to talk about. You've already said your piece in the post. Now someone has taken their time to come on and comment and add something to the conversation. You want to do everything you can to keep that person talking. Not only is it interesting, but also it's gonna help you. Other people are gonna see your post. You're gonna get more views. You're gonna get more connections. All good things. So when you think about what kind of questions do you want to ask? Well, the gold standard of question is something that is open to the entire audience. You're not just asking that person to retort and continue a back and forth. You're throwing it out to everybody and saying, hey, what do you all think? And if you can get 2 or 3 other people to come in and start talking, hopefully without your constant input, that is ideal. The next best thing is to ask an open-ended question of that person that commented to you. So you ask a question that starts with a W word. What? Why? How? How's not really a W, but anyway, it ends with a W. But one of those question words that allows them to continue talking. It's not going to be a one word or a brief sentence answer from them where you say pick A or B and they say I prefer Python over R. You want them to continue talking, continue discussing as if you were 2 people at a party or a networking event or something like that. You're not going to spout individual words and ask them closed-ended questions. So open-ended question to that person is the next best thing. And then the third best thing is a closed-ended question to that person. If you're just asking for clarification or something like that on what they've said, or giving them some sort of binary choice, it's still good. They're still probably going to answer, but they're probably going to answer with something that's a bit of a conversation ender. Not the worst thing you can do. The second to the worst thing you can do is kind of give your opinion or give a kind of trite response. Agree with you 100%. Thanks for engaging, stuff like that. Truth be told, I do this myself sometimes, but that's a conversation ender. That's one where at best you're going to get a thumbs up in response, and then that comment thread is done. You want to keep the comment thread going if at all possible. And then obviously the absolute death knell is you don't even respond to them at all, which you should. You absolutely should. You just give them a like click and go on living your life. So I think you can see there's a continuum there. But the important thing to remember is the more advantageous responses that you can give that are going to continue that conversation probably involve a little more thought and a little more time spent by you. It takes very little time to click like and just move on, but also it doesn't really do much for you in the long run. So you've got to weigh how much time you've got to invest on making that post successful, against the downside of, hey, you may be busy. If you're posting in the morning, you've got work to do during the day. So make sure you weigh that out, but that's the point of asking questions. You want to spur a conversation that is organic. So don't bend over backwards. Don't make it kind of corny or contrived or obvious that, hey, I'm just asking you questions to get cheap engagement here. Make it something that you're actually curious about and that you think that the audience writ large, your network, might also be curious about. Play with it. I really want to see you guys kind of experiment with this throughout the 30 days. Things are going to work. Things are going to not work. Like I said this morning, embrace the failure. It's just an opportunity. It's a learning experience. And you're going to ask some corny and silly questions, and hopefully we'll all get a laugh out of it. Do better tomorrow. Talk to you guys later.